Hi guys, welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back again for another video, and it is the deadline stream today for Game Week 8. A lot to discuss, and as you can see by the title of the video, Jordan's wildcard is pretty much active. So yeah, we're going to be discussing a lot, wildcarding, also talking about transfers, captain picks, everything, all that good stuff. We're going to get into it. But yeah, just quickly, how you doing, Jordan? Everything good?
Very good, thank you. I'm very excited as well for this deadline streams because I'm wildcarding as well. There's a lot to talk about in this hour before the deadline is up.
Yeah, obviously, I still don't know what transfers I'm making 100%, and we've got an hour left before the deadline ends. So a lot can change for me within the hour. I've got a lot of decisions to make. So we'll have to wait and see what I actually end up going, because I've got a bit of a cold feet on Perisic, but we'll come on to my team in a sec. Shall we bring your team up first?
Yeah, we can do. My wildcard team is set and go. So here it is on the screen.
Yeah, just talk us through your wildcard draft.
Okay, so I've picked Raya and Ward as my two goalkeepers. I couldn't stretch to Nick Pope just because I wanted to get Salah back in my team, as it requires to have a spare bit of money. So my second best option I've gone for is Raya at 4.5 million. May not be the best decision, but his fixtures are not too bad in the next 5 upcoming. They're pretty average, but you never know. Brentford should start getting more clean sheets further into the season. I've gone with the Leicester goalkeeper as well as my second choice, which is Ward. I know he hasn't been the greatest. I know people that have had him. I don't think Leicester have kept a clean sheet this season, and he's not particularly been a great in terms of goalkeeper either. But then Leicester's defense hasn't been the best in any match. But I purely picked Ward because of his price. He's a 4 million goalkeeper, and there isn't any really any 4 million goalkeepers out there that are playing at the moment. So Ward, I would say, is the second best choice in case anything happens to Raya, or vice versa. Then at least I have a cover for a goalkeeper. We'll move on to my defenders. So I have James and Fofana, my Chelsea defenders. Chelsea fixtures, again, they're really good in the long-term run. And Reece James, it's probably the best choice for a defender. I know he's a bit expensive at 6 million, and he hasn't really been performing that well. And Chelsea in general not keeping many clean sheets, but I hope that will improve. And I do still have faith in Reece James, even though I'm not a big, not positive on having Chelsea players in my team, but I'm willing to hold on to it and hope for the best that they can return something from me. So I will keep Reece James in my wild card. I also have Fofana, who is he's pretty much a bench player for me. I think he'll be mostly on my bench team because obviously I'm playing Reece James, and I'm not going to play a double Chelsea defense at the moment, considering how their defense has been at the moment. But Fofana is just cheap as well. He's 4.4 million. So it does save up money as well for me to spread elsewhere. And as a bench option as well, he does play games, and hopefully he plays a few games in the Premier League than other competitions.
Yeah. What I was actually going to say on Fofana was, are you slightly worried, obviously, what happened in the Champions League? I mean, I asked you this question yesterday because I've seen a lot of people go for like a potential Aston Villa defender, or I've seen people go with a West Ham defender like Kufal or anyone like that play in Game Week 12. But you not thought of that, or you're pretty happy to go with Fofana and just pray he does become a starter?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a risk on Fofana, even if he may not be a starter. I mean, if he isn't, then I can always switch to, let's say, a Kufal or someone from another team if it doesn't work out, as the price difference isn't that much. It's like a 0.1. But I'm willing to give it a try just to see. It does save up money if it does work out with Fofana.
Okay, fair enough. Also got, I'm going to quickly read out some chats. We've got Brian in the chat who says hi, lads. We've also got Aaron in the chat who says hello. Welcome to everyone that has just joined the stream. Thank you for joining. And also, if you do enjoy this type of content, please do drop a like on the video. We are going to answer all your questions. I see there's a few questions in the chat. We're going to get to that just in a sec after Jordan just quickly gone through his wildcard team, and then
I'll be as fast as I can.
Take your time. I mean, obviously, it is a big deal, wildcarding. A lot of people do want to see what you're doing with your wildcard 8 draft, as there are many on wildcard, and it's interesting to see the way you've gone and why.
Okay, that obviously I'll explain the Chelsea players. So we move on to Nico Williams, who is my 4 million goalkeeper. Not goalkeeper, 4 million defender. Again, he's similar to Fofana. He's just cheap and is probably the best 4 million defender you can possibly get at the moment. And he saves up money, obviously, at 4 million, and he's nailed to play. And in arguably, Nottingham Forest fixtures are quite good in the next 4 coming up. It's not been they're pretty much green according to fantasy. So we'll see what Nico Williams can do and whether I play him or not, because he'll mostly be on my bench as well as an option, but sometimes he might play in my starting 11 depending on other people's fixtures. And we move on to Cancelo. Again, this is I do want to have some premium players in my wildcard, and Cancelo is probably one that I would definitely not remove from my wildcard. His performance hasn't been that great this season so far, but I suggest that would improve as the season goes on. And obviously, with Man City being relentless this season, there's a lot of clean sheets, I imagine, coming from Cancelo, and potentially assists and maybe possibly goals as well, as he has scored 1 goal so far this season. So, yeah, Cancelo is definitely a player to have in my wild card. I wouldn't downgrade him to anyone else. I think he's pretty nailed defender for Man City. And my last defender option that I've gone for is Trippier, who I originally had in my team but removed when they were against Man City. And that's when he did score the free kick. And that was a regret that I did take him out before that game, but I have got him back in. He is a bit more expensive now at 5.3 million and is expected to rise again tonight at 5.4. Yeah. So hopefully I'll manage to get him at 5.3. So I'll just save on that 0.1. But again, Newcastle has great fixtures. He's got Bournemouth in Gameweek 8, which is even better. So you do expect a clean sheet at least from Trippier, and if not more, if he does have a free kick in his favourable position. So that's basically my defender choices for my wildcard. I'll just move on to my midfielder options that I've picked for. So I've gone for Martinelli, who was already in my team originally, but I want to keep him in there just because I want an Arsenal asset still going forward through this wildcard. I know their fixtures are a bit more tough, but I do feel comfortable just to have at least one in my team. And at that price as well, you can't really argue with Martinelli. And also, if you do sell him now, because he's had so many price rises, it's going to be harder to bring him back into my team. So I do want to hold on to Martinelli for the time being, because he does get goals, he gets assists, so he is a player that does return, I imagine, on a regular basis, despite his fixtures becoming more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So my next midfielder option is James Maddison, who no one has really gone for, which I want to jump on Maddison early while his ownership is low, because I'm pretty sure after that Tottenham fixture, even though Leicester haven't been the greatest this season, they still have that attacking threat that we've seen from obviously previous seasons. But because they're struggling at the moment, people are going to be off-putting getting Maddison or anyone from Leicester. But I feel like at 7.9 as well, he's a bit cheaper as he did drop price. And the fixtures after Tottenham are really good. Maddison has back-to-back newly promoted teams, Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth, which you would say is very favourable for James Maddison. So for the long term as well, again, Leicester's fixtures are really good. So I'm able to hold on to Maddison as long as he's not injured or anything happens to him. So again, he's a nice long-term pick that I've gone for.
Yeah, also, I was just going to add, I also like Madison, and he's someone, obviously, I'm wildcarding in Game Week 9 next week. So he's one that I'm looking to definitely have in my Game Week 9 wildcard as well. So, yeah.
Okay, so our next player is Zaha. And obviously, he does blank this week, but he is on my bench, obviously. But again, he's similar to Madison. Crystal Palace have great fixtures after Game Week 8. They have Leeds, then Leicester, then Wolves, and then onwards just green fixtures and some grey ones. And we all know how great Zaha's been so far this season. He's been bagging the goals, and also he's on penalties, which is a double whammy there for Zaha. And he is nailed to playing Crystal Palace, as there is a lot of rotation there, but Zaha is the one that's not really been touched in terms of that. And at 7.2 million as well, I expect him to rise again after this week. So I want to jump on him early as well. And I feel like in the long-term run, he's going to be a good a point returner for me. Move on to the next midfielder, who's Kulusevski. And this is purely because Spurs have the Leicester at home fixture that I thought Kulusevski in for. He's not a player I'm going to bring in long term. It's just solely because Leicester at home for Spurs is a really good fixture. And if Kulusevski does start, I feel like he's going to get a potential double haul in
Yeah.
that game just
That,
because of it.
so I was going to say, that
Yeah.
is the worry with Kulusevski. Do you think he'll start today?
I mean, I'll be very shocked if he doesn't, because he's had the rest. He hasn't played much in other competitions, as other players have, like Richarlison, for example. But then again, Conte does like Richarlison at the same time. But surely with Kulusevski's rest period, I would want to play him just to ensure you get those 3 points with a rested player, rather than playing a person that's already played 90 minutes almost in other competitions.
Because I've got a few questions here in the chat as well. Lucas Cox, he says De Bruyne or Son for 1 week punt. Now, I would say Son, but the problem is there are slight rumors that he has a potential to be benched. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't want to scaremonger anyone, but there is quite a reliable guy on Twitter, Paul O'Keefe, that does give out Spurs predictions, and he still hasn't tweeted, so we're waiting for that to see what he's put in. But I think Son is a good pick for a 1 week punt if I knew he'd start. So I'm actually I will come onto my team as well in a sec, because there's only 45 minutes left of the deadline. So will we find out whether Son starts? Hopefully, Paul O'Keefe gives us a prediction, but we'll have to wait and see. But I am actually contemplating bringing Son in. If not Son, I'll probably go Kulusevski. But yeah, regarding that. So yeah. So what was your thoughts on Kulusevski? You think he'll start, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty hopeful. I'm pretty 95% he will start in tonight's game. Or not tonight's game, Saturday's game. Because he's just been rested. And surely Conte does rotate the team, obviously, around Premier League, and plays those that haven't played many minutes.
Yeah.
Obviously, in other competitions.
All right, let's get through the rest of your team quickly. Who else have you got? And then we're going to get some questions in.
So we got Andreas, who's 4.5 million. He's pretty much been in my team since Game Week 1, and most people's teams. He's the best 4.5 million midfielder, so I won't go much into that. And yeah, Fulham have great fixtures coming up as well, so he's a good long-term hold to have, and I'm not getting rid of him. So we move on to the front three, who I've gone for. So obvious one is Mitrovic at 6.9 million. Again, Fulham have great fixtures, and Mitrovic is a goal machine. 6 goals and 6 appearances. You can't say much more about that. He's a definite one to have in the wild card, especially for that fixture in Nottingham Forest. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Mitrovic. Haaland, there's again not much to say. 10 goals in total so far this season. Is another goal machine for Man City, and no matter what fixture he has, I'm pretty sure he can score in any of them. So yeah, Haaland is definite must in my wild card. I'll be very scared to go against him. And the final pick, who will be my captaincy pick, is Harry Kane. And again, he's similar to Kulusevski, the reason being the Leicester at home fixture, Kane's favourite team, especially when Leicester have been poorly in defence. it's a no-brainer that I am going to go for a different captain this week, even though he's not the majority popular pick. But I'm just going to take a risk and see how that pays off for me. But if it does, then I'll be laughing. And that's pretty much my wildcard team.
Okay, I see. We see your wild card. It's an interesting wild card. Obviously, you've got like players like Madison and stuff in there who do have good fixtures coming up. But we are going to dissect your team in a sec. I'm going to take a few questions.
Yeah.
Ara says, should double Newcastle defense basically? Would you make of this? Well, do you think we should have, like, for example, a lot of people have Pope and Trippier. I think that's fine, isn't it, for now? But maybe longer term. I mean, they do have good fixtures. So what would you say about double Newcastle, Pope and Trippier, or even Trippier and Botman or someone like that? Are you against double Newcastle?
I'm slightly against double Newcastle. I don't know about the next fixtures. I know they look easy in terms of fantasy difficulty rating, but I feel like there's not many clean sheets that Newcastle can get. I mean, so at times they do struggle. Like when they were against Brighton, they almost conceded goals because they were just on the attack. So I would be very hesitant to go double Newcastle defense. I would only have it.
I think for this week it's fine, isn't it? Bournemouth, probably the worst attacking team in the league, statistically. So I think this week you'll be. It's a good to have double.
Yeah, definitely for this week. I'll probably only have it for this week though. In the Bournemouth fixture, I'll probably revert back to a single defender after that game.
Okay, fair enough. We've also got Laurent Tahiri. Welcome. He says Bailey or Andreas long term. They're both similar prices, I guess. If you can include both in, I think on my wild card, I might even consider Bailey, and I didn't think I'd say that after what he's done start of the season. But I think both, you can include both. I'm going to have both probably in an early wildcard 9 draft. But I'll probably say Andreas. If you've got him, just keep Andreas. Fixtures are good, and with Bailey there is that slight doubt later down the line he might fall out of favor again by Gerrard and get a benching or something like that.
Yeah, I'd probably go for Andreas long term, even though Bailey's 4.7 million. It's not entirely sure if he'll play every game, but Andreas, you know for sure he will.
Also, keeping track of time, there's 45 minutes left. I still haven't decided on my transfer, so let me go prop up my team very quickly. I will get some of your comments in as well. I'll show you guys what I'm looking like at the moment. So this is my team. Hopefully you guys can see that. Zoom out a bit. There you go, guys. That is my team at the moment. I've got Ramsdale. I've got Kyle Walker, who probably won't play. I've got Cancelo and Trippier in the back line. And then I've got Martinelli and Andreas in midfield, with obviously Salah and Luis Diaz blanking. And I've got Jesus and Haaland as my captain currently. And if anyone did watch our transfer tips video yesterday, the current plan is to actually take a -4. And I was waiting on some news regarding Spurs. So if Son does start, I'll probably bring Son in, but I don't think we're going to find out. So Son is my planned move for Salah. The other move was Trent to Fabian Schär, and then Archer to Mitrovic. So those were the 3 transfers I was going to make to take a -4 for my team. But yeah, that's the current thinking. I know Jordan is wildcarding, so we will discuss that as well. So Jordan, I think someone's got a question for you here as well. Jake AFC says, why are you going Raya? Basically, Arsenal are going to batter Brentford on Sunday. He's an Arsenal fan, I'm assuming.
Oh, it's just because I want to get Nick Pope in, but if I do choose Nick Pope, then my plans to bring in Salah for the Brighton at home fixture is kind of ruined because of I need extra money to bring Salah back in, and because Pope is more expensive than Raya, it doesn't allow me to able to afford Salah back in my team if I have Nick Pope.
Okay, fair enough. So you left some money for a Salah back in route.
Yeah.
Yep. FPL Josh, he might captain Mitrovic. He's saying, let us know, guys, who you are captaining. Obviously, I'm going Haaland for this week. Obviously, Jordan is going Harry Kane. Me Mitrovic is an interesting shout. Either he has a good fixture against Nottingham Forest, so he could definitely get something in that game. Why not? FPL Josh also says took a -4 game week 7 gross to Rashford, so I went from 376 to 372. Then this week I used free transfer Tony to Mitrovic and a -4. Okay, I didn't quite understand that question. Hey guys, Salah to Almiron and Archer to Kane for a -4. Yeah, I like that move. I think Kane is a good transfer in this week. I think definitely, and Almiron is a bit of a nice differential if you think Newcastle are going to do well against Bournemouth, which they could definitely. I think it's a good move.
I'd say, Elliot, if you're going to bring in Kane for a -4, then in theory you should really captain him just to make it pay off.
Could go Kane captain as well. I think if you are bringing Kane in, he's a potential captain option to go for this week, just because Haaland does have a Wolves, which probably is a tougher fixture. But if there's any week you want to back against Haaland, it's probably this week where you've got to do it, because you're not going to get many chances. I mean, game week 12, obviously Haaland doesn't play. So in game week 11, Haaland's got Liverpool, I think. So those are the times where you can probably back against Haaland, but Haaland could still score against Wolves, let's be real. So, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about obviously your rest of your wildcard, Jordan. Are you locked in pretty much?
Yeah,
any slight changes, or you're pretty certain that's your team?
I'm pretty certain this is a team. I've had a lot of thinking time about it, and obviously used other sources to calculate how it looks after this game week, obviously in the long-term run. And as far as I know, as long as these players are all good to go for game week 8 and onwards, then that's probably what I'm going to go with my wildcard, unless there's any sudden rumors or news about anyone that I've got on my wildcard, then possibly I might have to change it.
Fair enough. Well, still waiting for that Spurs tweet, but we ain't gonna get that. I mean, it could have been useful for you as well, because obviously I see you've got Kulusevski in there, so
Yeah,
you might have been, if you got predicted that he doesn't start, would that change your opinion of him? Would you take Kulusevski out if you knew that he wasn't going to start?
yeah, I'll definitely take Kulusevski out if he didn't know he was going to start, and probably swap him for Bailey potentially, or Anthony Gordon as a secondary choice.
We've got Ara here in the chat. He says, I'm confused about double Newcastle defense or Perisic and Trippier. I'm kind of the same, if I'm honest, at the moment. Go back to my team. So I've got Trent in there. I've already got Trippier. So my plan is actually to bring in another Newcastle defender, go double Newcastle, which is Fabian Schär. But Perisic does worry me. I'm worried that he won't start. And if I knew Perisic was going to start, he's definitely coming into my team. That's the problem. But I think I'm leaning towards double Newcastle defense, if I'm honest, as of now. Unless Paul O'Keefe tweets out saying Perisic is going to start, I'm probably not going to go to Perisic. I think I'm going to go Fabian Schär and Trippier as a double up. But I still got about half an hour to make changes. Also, guys, Son, does he start, you reckon, Jordan?
Son, I don't think he will, if I'm honest. I mean, with his current form, and his last match was pretty much the same as what the other matches have been, not only in this competition but in other ones he's featured in. It's not been looking good for him. So potentially Conte might absolutely bench him, just because might give him some thinking time, rest time. Maybe he just needs to contemplate himself and then get back into the game.
So you think Richarlison starts then, I'm assuming?
Yeah, if I have to compare Richarlison to Son, I'd probably prefer Richarlison, even though he played in the UCL the other day. He's been the better player. I mean, he's been the one that's changed the game when he's come off the bench.
Yeah.
But Son, for example, who started in 11, hasn't done that.
Yeah, I hear that. Obviously, Son has struggled, should we say, this season. I don't think he scored yet in the league. I think he's got 1 assist. Yeah. So there is, I've seen a few Spurs fans saying maybe Richarlison should get a chance, but I still think I'll still be surprised when the team comes out and Son isn't starting, because obviously I do still expect Son to play. So well, that will be come to my decision really. Do I bring in Son or Kulusevski? I'm still I'm leaning towards Son still, so I'm probably going to bring him in. But yeah, it's interesting to see that you don't think he'll start, which is interesting. Just seeing a few more comments about Perisic as well. Perisic is another one that you don't really know, because Sessegnon can start on the left wing back, and then I saw a tweet or comments by Conte saying Perisic could play on the right. So maybe Perisic does play, but he plays as a right wing back instead of Emerson Royale, which would be interesting. But I'm still scared about getting Perisic in, or I would have done it if I knew. But yeah. FPL Josh said Perisic will start. So yeah, he thinks he's going to start as well. So hopefully, anyway, if he does, if I do decide to bring him in. Anything else, guy? Anyone's got any more questions regarding a wild card? Oh, so there you go. Actually, Paul O'Keefe has tweeted. So let me just see what he said.
Oh.
So he says he's actually predicted Son to not start.
Oh.
He says no info, but a prediction. So obviously, guys, this is not 100% guarantee, because obviously you can get a prediction wrong. But he's actually got Perisic starting, and he's got Son not starting. So that is interesting. So Son, he's predicted not to start, and he's got a good prediction so far this season. I know he got one wrong last week, but yeah, that changes a lot for me, I think. Like, I could be tempted to go drop a wild card right now in Gameweek 8, but
it does
Son not
show.
starting has put a bit of a spanner in my works. Well, I'm assuming he's not going to start because of Paul O'Keefe.
Yeah, that's interesting. But he's also mentioned that Maddison doesn't start.
I've not seen that. I mean, actually, no Vardy, Maddison, Barnes. No Vardy. So no, he meant Maddison, Barnes, and Daka are the front three. Yeah, there's a full stop.
That slightly scared me there. That little.
Yeah. I mean, what do I do now? Because I'm no way bringing Son in. Let me just show you my team, guys, very quickly. Because I need to do my transfers. I've got 3 transfers to make. So if I go on transfers, I can't bring KDB in either. I don't think, because I've got triple C. But what if I take Walker out? Even I can't even afford it, because if I take Walker out, Salah out, and Archer out, let's say I bring in a Mitrovic. Let's say I bring in a KDB. Right, that still leaves me with only 3.5 in the bank. So I actually can't get KDB and Mitrovic, because obviously I want Mitrovic. So I could do something like Perisic in. That leaves me with 10 million, which is quite a lot. And then I could do Kulusevski and leave me with 2 in the bank. I don't know what to think of that team, by the way, because it's only got 1 premium pretty much. Kulusevski ain't really a premium. I would like to probably bring in Son, but obviously that spooked me to him not being predicted to start, so I can't go Son. I can't really get KDB, and I can't afford KDB. So should I wildcard it? You know what I mean? But it's one of those. I don't know. That's where I'm at the moment. I've got Kulusevski and Perisic. I might take that risk because, I am wildcarding pretty much certain next week, because my team can't last to game week 13, I don't think. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Mitrovic, Kulusevski, and Perisic in, and just take a punt on Kulusevski and pray that he gets something in that game. I could get Richarlison in. Would anyone be tempted with Richarlison, guys? Jordan? Richarlison?
I think the problem is because the favourite 3 are Mitrovic, Haaland, and then you've got here's the final one I had. Kane. Sorry. So instead of having Kane there, people probably have Tony or someone else. But Richarlison, again, he's a risk as well. So same boat, I think, for him.
Yeah. Also got a comment here from FPL Josh. He says, couldn't you do Jesus to Isak? I mean, I could, but the problem is that would not allow me to bring in another defender, would it? And also, I'm taking out a player that already got a good game. I think I want Jesus to this week, if I'm honest. I think Jesus is going to be... He's got a good fixture against Brentford. And a lot of people have took Jesus out on a Gameweek 8 wildcard. And I think he could score. So let me see what you're saying. So leaving Archer in, I'm not so sure about that. Let's see. Let me bring Isak in. Kulusevski goes to KDB. Sorry, KDB. And that still lets me do Perisic, to be fair. But then I'll have to play 3. Nah, I mean, it just doesn't look right. So it won't even have enough. Have I just lost a player? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I'm basically taking out another player. So I'm not keen on that, to be fair. But it lets me add De Bruyne, but I don't really want to play with 9 players unless I've counted that wrong. But I'm not willing to do that, I don't think, personally. I think I'm gonna take a risk on Kulusevski. But that has put a bit of a spanner in the works. I was pretty certain I was gonna go Son. But would you wildcard, guys? What would you guys think if you were me right now? Would you wildcard? This is my team. I was pretty set on Son. And I said it last night, I was thinking to myself, if Son doesn't start and I get some news that he's rumored to not start, I'll probably just pop a wild card. I have half an hour. Do I wild card or do I just get Kulusevski and Perisic in and Mitrovic and take a -4? Also got some comments here. All sports fan Adam, hey bros, hope you are well. It seemed like ages since a game week. Would you play Neto? He's still around after the postponed week, or do Archer to Isak or James to Perisic for a -4? I like Archer to Isak, I think. Definitely for me anyway. What do you reckon, Jordan?
Yeah, Isak seems a popular choice because of the Bournemouth fixture that Newcastle have. I mean, he's definitely starting because Callum Wilson's still out injured, so there's no doubt that he's not going to play. Yeah. So I'll say, yeah, it's a good pick to go from to Archer to Isak. I feel like he should definitely score at least 1 goal in that game. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't get anything against Bournemouth.
Yeah, Isak's got a good fixture, so I think that's what I'd probably do.
And also to...
Go on.
Also to his last bit of the comment, I've kind of changed someone in my team which is similar to that, or is actually the same. Because of this Perisic talk, it's kind of made me change it slightly in my wildcard.
What have you gone with?
James to Perisic.
But you put Perisic in?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I thought, well, if O'Keefe says he's going to start in the lineup, I might as well go all overboard and just go triple Spurs.
Would you not want James, though, coming up for his fixtures? Because James has very good fixtures coming in from game week. Obviously, after this game week, James has... Who does he have? Palace, then he's Wolves. The Chelsea fixtures look very good.
At some point, I will bring, obviously, Reece James back in. It would just mean an extra transfer to do that.
But I feel like you're booking so many transfers in. Because Salah, James, you're booking a lot. You won't be able to do all of that without taking a lot of hits.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, honestly, I wait for the next game week to do that. I just don't know. It just looks tempting.
Yeah, it does, but you've got to see how you're going to bring James back.
Yeah.
If you want Salah, how are you going to bring Salah back? If you want Trent back, potentially, as well. That's a lot of transfers you're booking in. That is my only worry with that game week 8 wildcard. I feel like you're booking in a lot of transfers, and I don't really like booking transfers in because what if something pops up? Like, let's say, I don't know, Madison gets injured in I don't know, in international break, or something else happens. Then you have to deal with that potentially, and the plan you had to book, the booking transfer you had. So that's the only worry I'll say with that.
Oh, damn.
See, yeah, that's what I was going to say. With this, go Perisic this week and bring James back. But then if Jordan wants to bring Salah back next week against Brighton, that's a -8 there. And that's even without taking into consideration how many moves it will take you to bring Salah. Because Salah will probably take a -4. James will probably be a -8. I feel like that's too many hits and stuff.
Unless, could I hold off because Chelsea have Crystal Palace in game week 9, which could say, because I could bring him in game week 10.
I personally wouldn't go Perisic if I were you. Even though I'm probably going to bring him in myself this week. It's just because I'm wildcarding next week, I can dead end my team. So I can take that punt for 1 week because I know I'll get rid of him next week. Whereas you, he's got who's Perisic got next after Leicester? Let's say he plays Leicester. And then you want him out for who does he have next?
Arsenal.
There you go. You want him for Arsenal? I mean, you might do.
Well, yeah, it all depends. But I mean, I have other options if I want to bench Perisic for that fixture.
But then if Fofana doesn't start as well, who's a bit of a risk.
That's very true. I mean,
well, you think about it. I mean, it's an interesting. I mean, I'm probably going to get Perisic in. Elliot says, "Do it, Haas. Take the hit." Yeah, I probably am. I feel like Conte has ruined my plans. Really, it would have been easy. Just bring Son in, and yeah. Michael Parker says, "Good evening, chaps. Good evening, mate. Hope you're well." I used 2 free transfers and a -4 already to bring in KDB, Kulusevski, and Trippier. Yes, I was stubborn as I had 2 free transfers, so they want to walk out a week early without a long break. I'm in your same boat, Adam. That is my current plan. I don't want a wild card, I don't think. So I'm probably going to do. I've already bought in Trippier. I'm looking to bring in Kulusevski and Perisic, and take a massive risk, really, because I'm still not sure Perisic will play. I just don't know why. Probably does play. Not trying to scare anyone.
I think that. I think because obviously Reece James is more expensive than Perisic, I can still do the Salah move even though it's a -4. I'll just be without obviously Reece James for one fixture.
Well, yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you have plans, the way to bring him back or not bring, or whatever you want to do, like going forward with your transfer plan. Because what would your move be next week?
It would be take Kane out for Tony, and then upgrade Kulusevski to Salah.
So that's a -4.
Yeah.
And Chelsea play Palace, so you're fine without. I mean, you might be fine without Reece James against Palace.
Yeah, I think Crystal Palace one. I don't really see a clean sheet, and depending on where Reece James plays as well, it's uncertain. So I think I'll just take a look at that and see what happens with Chelsea and Crystal Palace.
Fair enough. We've got Goranch already taken a -4, but Zinchenko's come out injured. So do I take another -4, or do I hope Kyle Walker comes on for some minutes? Kyle Walker probably won't play. I've got Kyle Walker myself. I don't think he starts, to be honest, but you could take that risk and play with 10 players. I'm going to be playing with 10 players, so you're asking the wrong guy because I'm playing with 10.
I think
I wouldn't take another -4 personally.
No, I think you're all right with playing 10 because not everyone this game week is going to have a full 11 squad.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. So, also, guys, I need to start doing my transfers because Jordan, Kulusevski, or I mean, I don't have any choice, do I? Really?
I mean, yeah, because Son's not looking good, and we haven't heard. Well, he's in a predicted lineup, Kulusevski as well, so that's a bit more hope.
And Mitro, All right,
No, you
let me
don't.
do this transfer. I feel like to do my transfers now. Okay, I'm not gonna confirm it, but let me just show you what I was planning. Was I taking Trent out, wasn't I?
Yes.
I could just take Walker out. I've got the money to do it. And get in Perisic. And leave Trent on the bench. Cool. That's the team. Do you think I can get away with this team though for game week 8? Because I've got Perisic, Cancelo, Trippier back three with Ramsdale in goal. I've got midfield of Martinelli, Kulusevski, Andreas. And then I've got Jesus, Mitrovic, and Haaland. So only 10 playing players. Which is a worry, maybe.
I mean, it will get you past this game week by a thin margin.
Hmm.
I mean, the one thing you probably consider is how many points do you think this team will get you in this game week?
I'm actually not so sure. Like, I'm not confident for this week. Like, I feel like it's going to be a low scoring week for me. Maybe a red arrow. I'll be more over the moon if I can somehow get a green arrow this week.
Yeah, because
like, I'm pretty resigned to getting a Sorry, I was just saying I'm pretty resigned to getting a red arrow at this rate, but you never know.
I think honestly, the people that don't wildcard this week is probably going to be a red arrow, just because of the people have chosen different players to compare to the ones that are just rolling with the week, getting by it with players that have arguably difficult fixtures but are playing. I think the sole purpose of people that are not wildcarding is to get through this game week with as many players as they possibly can get due to the postponements.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, you'd expect the wildcarders to get more points than us because obviously we're not wildcarding this week. But I'm hoping I can kind of match their scores. So Trippier, a lot of wildcarders have Trippier. I've got Trippier. Cancelo's in a lot of wildcard teams. I've got him. Perisic, I don't see him in many wildcard teams, so maybe he could be a decent pick. Kulusevski could hopefully be a good pick with the fixtures. Andreas is in everyone's wildcard team, so I've got him already. Martinelli could be a decent differential because a lot of people have took him out. I know you haven't, but even Jesus, I haven't seen Jesus in a single game week 8 wildcard team, so I'm hoping he does. I need James. Sorry, why do I keep saying James? I need Jesus to score me a hat trick or something like that, or even a brace. I'll love it because everyone took him out, and that will help me kind of negate the wildcarders that have took him out. And then Mitrovic, every wildcard has got him, so I've got him as well. And then Haaland's Haaland. Who don't I have, do you reckon, Jordan? When you look at my team, who's a glaring omission? Like, who don't I have that on a wild card everyone has, kind of thing? Do you think there's someone that my team is missing clearly? Maybe Pope. I mean, I've got Trippier though.
Probably a hard choice because there's only really Jesus that I would say. Apart from that, everyone has pretty much those players on your screen. Maybe not Perisic, but Perisic, Jesus are probably the two that I would say not really anyone has on the wildcard that you do have from not playing it.
Yeah, I mean, more of the question is there anyone I'm missing out on that I should have in my team? I mean, Pope, this is the one, Pope over Ramsdale, but I do have Trippier.
Yeah.
I also could get in another Newcastle defender to do double up. So I couldn't, instead of bringing in Perisic, I could bring in Fabian Schär, and then, but I feel like Perisic is more exciting for the clean sheets. Not for the clean sheets, for the actual attack and return potential, the higher ceiling. It's a tough one.
I mean, Isak could be one.
Isak's the one I could be missing out on, but I'm happy with Jesus. I think Jesus might do decent, so I'm not too worried about not having him.
Speaking of which, there's only 15 minutes, so I better lock in my wild card.
Yeah. I'll let you do that. I am going to do my transfers now as well. I'm going to do Mitrovic, Kulusevski, and Perisic, or a Newcastle defender, guys, in the chat. Who do I do? Perisic or a Newcastle defender? I want Perisic, but I'm not sure. Perisic or Fabian Schär? Jordan.
Perisic, because I'm
You
going with
reckon?
him. Yeah. Why not?
Oh,
I mean,
Perisic better start.
we'll never get this opportunity again, so we might as well go for it. I feel like that's my intention.
The thing with Perisic, though, I know he's not going to play 90 minutes. He'll probably come off after 60. But can he get something in that 60? I'm hoping.
The way I thought about it now is because I've got Perisic in my team, even if he doesn't like start, if he doesn't play any minutes at all, there's a slight doubt he will. But I do have Nico Williams, who I would originally play instead of Perisic in the 3 at the back. So in theory, it's not a bad choice for me to get Perisic in, even if he doesn't start. I'm just worried he will come on for like 6 minutes though.
The reason I am tempting to get in a Newcastle defender is because I've already bought in Kulusevski. So do I want more Spurs players, like double Spurs, Kulusevski and Perisic? I mean, they do have a great fixture.
Yeah, I think I think it's different though for obviously wildcarders because it's a 1 week punt at this, but for non-wildcarders, it may be you don't necessarily need that many Spurs. I mean, at least one is probably enough.
I mean, a lot of people here are saying Perisic. Josh, Adam. You know what, guys? I'm going to do Perisic because if I'm going to take a 1 week punt, because I'm definitely wildcarding Gameweek 9 no matter what, now's the time to do it, surely. And bring Perisic in. If it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, the only worry is if he doesn't start, I will literally have Cancelo and Trippier. And that is it. Because I know Walker's a massive doubt. He ain't going to play. If I bought in a Newcastle defender, I know I'll have 3 playing defenders no matter what. Because Perisic, if he doesn't start, then that's the only worry. But I'm probably going to do it anyway and take that risk. And hopefully he's a bit of a differential for me. But what is his ownership like?
It's very high. It's like 20-something%.
Don't know what his effective ownership is going to be though. But yeah, let me just click. Can you see my screen at the moment?
Yeah,
you guys can. All right, make transfers. Donk out for Perisic. Salah out for Kulusevski. Archer out for Mitrovic. That is the current plan. I'm pretty sold on Kulusevski and Mitrovic, definitely. The only one is Perisic or a Newcastle defender. Perisic or Botman or even Fabian Schär. But Fabian Schär and Botman, I don't really expect them to get a goal or an assist. It's more for the clean sheet points. Because I do think like Newcastle will probably keep a clean sheet against Bournemouth. So,
and also you have to think about between those 2 players who you think will get the more points in the game week as well. Do you think Perisic will get more than Newcastle defender like Schär, or will Schär get more than Perisic?
You know what? I might play it safe. I might go to the Newcastle defender. Because obviously this is all for prediction. I'm not so 100% because I can't. It's just a prediction, so it's not like a guarantee, and it does kind of worry me. Well, I'll quickly put it on your screen as well, Jordan, because you got to lock your transfers in, so I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna confirm this because if I don't, I'll probably change my mind again, and we don't have time for that.
I mean, you could still kind of change.
Yeah, I could revert back to Reece James instead of Perisic, but I feel I can get away with that. I think I'm hoping so. So I will make the transfers. So here's the long list. So Sanchez out for Raya. My Gaz out for Ward. James out for Perisic.
I'm gonna do mine as well while I'm gonna do my moves as well.
Okay. Alexander-Arnold out for Fofana. Stupinan out for Trippier. Pascal Gross out for Madison. Salah out for Zaha. Luis Diaz out for Kulusevski. And Jesus out for Mitrovic. And Deversiglu out for Kane. And that is my wildcard transfers. So I will confirm this here. Confirm transfers and play wildcard.
There you go. You confirmed it?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
It took a few minutes.
While you do that, I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
Live transfers for you guys. I am taking a -4. So Dunk out for Perisic. I have gone Perisic. The chat has swayed me. And if it doesn't work, I'm blaming you guys. Salah out for Kulusevski. Archer out for Mitrovic for a -4. And I am going to confirm that. And that is done, guys. As you can see, Perisic comes in for Trent. Mitrovic comes in for Luis Diaz. And that is the team. Save your team. Haaland is my captain. Just double confirming that. He's my captain. And yeah, who's my vice? Kulusevski is my vice at the moment. Do I want Kulusevski as my vice captain? I'll probably put on Mitrovic. There you go, guys. Save your team. All right, that's it. Walker's in there, but Walker probably won't play. So I am happy to go with 10 players. Worst case scenario. So yeah, that's my team, guys. Let me know what you think of our teams in the comments below. Jordan, let's do yours just quickly. What's your plans, captain?
Obviously, my captain choice this week is Harry Kane, who's got the Leicester home fixture, and I put the vice captaincy on Mitrovic just in case anything happens with Harry Kane, but I very doubt it. I'm sure he will play without the doubt. But yeah, this is my confirmed wildcard active team. So there's no going back now. It's all confirmed and done. Raya in goal. He's got Arsenal at home. The back three: Cancelo, Perisic, and Trippier. The four midfielders.
I was going to say, could you do a last minute Pope in now? Because you have money.
I have money, but because I need money to bring Salah back in next game week, I need a little bit left in the bank.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will require me to change my goalkeeper as well.
I see. All right, fair enough.
So yeah, the four midfielders: Madison, Andreas, Martinelli, Kulusevski, and the front three: Harry Kane, Mitrovic, and Haaland.
I like your front line. I think Kane, Mitrovic, Haaland looks very good. That is probably the perfect front line if you're free hitting, for example, this week. Kulusevski, I've bought him in, so I'll be watching that Spurs game, hoping he gets something. Martinelli, you've kept him in, which is decent. Obviously, Brentford. Perisic is a good last minute punt kind of thing. Obviously, literally last minute, because we're now the news is that he will start. And I've bought him in as well. You've bought him in. Trippier looks good. Cancelo looks good. Yeah, the team looks pretty good set up, I'd say.
Yeah, if in doubt, no one plays. I've got Nico Williams on the bench. As a playing player
against Fulham as well.
There's a little bit of cover there.
All sports fan Adam says, "Great team, guys. For me, it's damage limitation. Hope those early wildcarders this week get punished and Kane blanks." I'm in the same boat as you. I need that as well. I know Jordan don't. Obviously,
Please don't wish that on me. I've already been cursed enough with players. I don't want Harry Kane to add that list. Yeah,
so that is the team for me as well. I basically have 10 playing players. I'm hoping Kyle Walker plays, but very, very unlikely, I think, from predicted teams. And yeah, guys, if anyone's got any more questions regarding their team or their plans, last minute transfer plans, do let us know. Also, I think I missed did I miss a chat? Yeah, Chief, I missed Chief's chat. Sorry, I forgot to read this one out. He said, "I regret bringing in Son." Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because of the rumors potentially that he's going to get benched. Yeah, that's why early transfers. I mean, I'm assuming you bought him in for a hit already, which is unfortunate. But obviously, it is just a prediction, so you know he might play. You never know. Toby Way, Madison or Andreas for this week, then sub Madison for the next week.
Probably Andreas this week.
Or try play both. Probably.
I mean, I'm playing both.
Yeah.
I've got Madison and Andreas, even though Madison's fixture ain't great.
Yeah, Madison's fixture. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back now.
Hold on, let me come back out. I don't know what's happened here. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what. Yeah, basically, my mic unplugged somehow. I was touching my, the audio cable and it unplugged. My bad, guys. Sorry.
That's all good. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Mike, just a little inconvenient. But yeah, where was I anyway?
We're on about Andreas or
yeah,
Madison.
Yeah. Probably play both. I mean, Andreas got a better fixture, but Madison, because you never know, he could still get something. FPL Josh says he's captain Mitrovic and he's locked in.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, Mitrovic, interesting. I mean, I'm on Haaland, pretty certain. I won't be changing. Don't know what I think about my team,
I think it's fine.
I like your team, pretty much. The only one I would probably do with your team, maybe Raya to Pope, but obviously then you won't be able to get Salah in, pretty much.
Yeah.
Have you considered something like Kane down to a cheap striker like Tony or whoever you had in mind?
Tony was the one I had in mind.
Yeah.
Because he has Bournemouth in Gameweek 9.
Or Solanke as well, potentially.
Yeah, or Solanke.
Decent fixtures.
I just feel like with Tony with Bournemouth, it looks pretty good. It's like having Mitrovic in Forest.
I agree. Elika FC, I'm worried Perisic won't start. I am as well, but I bought him in now. And I'm just going to hopefully he plays. But yeah, I am slightly worried as well. That's why I was just going to go with. But I feel like I have to take the punt. If I'm going to take a punt on a 1 week, then it's got to be Perisic against Leicester.
I won't be too affected by him not starting because I would have had Nico Williams anyway, and I don't expect him to get much from a fixture.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I can see why you did it as well, to be fair now, actually. Originally, I was thinking, maybe not. But then you get you get a much better player, and you take a bit of a risk if it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, then it don't really matter because Nottingham Forest don't expect a clean sheet from Fulham game. No chance.
Yeah, I mean, I see why you've done it. I mean, let me bring your team up again. There you go. If you just scroll up, obviously you can't see your goalie.
Yeah, I was kind of glad that the chat was talking about Perisic in general. We were all talking about it because it has swayed me.
Yeah.
To do that.
I've been swayed as well. Literally, I didn't. I mean, I had a plan to bring Perisic in. When the game week a couple of days ago, but then when I saw the Champions League game against Sporting, Spurs weren't great, and I kind of put me off Perisic. But then because I was worried he wouldn't even start, but now rumored to start, I think he's a decent buy. Also, there's 1 minute left to the deadline. Make sure your bench order and your captain picks guys are, done. Let me double check mine on my phone because remember last time, Jordan?
Oh yes, you had the captain on someone else, not Haaland. I think you had it on Mitrovic, I think, or not Mitrovic, but someone else.
I don't know what happened.
But I've just double checked on my phone. It seems to be all in order.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's done.
Little comment from FPL Josh. I would go Kane to Isaac. Yeah, I would have been tempted to go Kane to Isaac after that fixture, that Leicester, the Spurs one. But the thing is, with Isaac in the long term, when Callum Wilson's back fit, I feel like either they're going to play together side by side, and then Isaac becomes less goal involved, or they're rotated between each other. So Wilson will play, and then Isaac is obviously benched and rested.
Yeah, that could be possible as well. So I'm actually looking at Solanke, just very early team news, because I am wildcarding. I'm probably going to play my wildcard straight after this deadline ends. Obviously, the deadline is ended now. It's 6:30, so that is it. That is it, guys. Hope you locked your transfers in. Let us know what you guys did. Let us know who you're captaining as well. Is everyone on Haaland or Kane? Is anyone else? Did you go Mitrovic like Josh?
I saw a statistic on Twitter that Haaland's captaincy was about almost 70% of people captained Haaland for this game week, roughly. That's scary high.
Is that for a poll or just a poll?
Yeah, it was a poll.
Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere. Yeah, there is risk going against Haaland because obviously his effective ownership is going to be very high. So you just have to hope Kane, matches him or at least outscores him. But I like the move. It's bold going Kane. He definitely could do something in that game.
Yeah, well, I don't think Kane will be captained highly, even though he's got a good fixture.
Well, it will be interesting to see the effective ownership as well of all of the players and who is obviously Haaland is going to be the highest captained player. I want to see the effective ownership. Elika says he's captained Kane because of his record against Leicester. Yeah, he's got a very good record. I think it's 14 goals or something like that. I think 17 goals, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. I mean, I think that's the reason why people captain Kane. It's just because of the record he has against Leicester.
Yeah. Also, Adam says, thanks for the stream, guys. Good luck to everyone. Yeah, thank you guys for all joining. If you haven't already, please do drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. But yeah, thanks everyone that has just joined. We are going to obviously wrap it up soon, but we will do a little score prediction before we go. So we will get on to that in a sec. But yeah, are you confident, Jordan, for game week 8? You like the look of your team?
Yeah, I was really I wanted to get this wild card in as soon as possible. I was tempted to do it really early before the deadlines, but I held on for it to the very last minute, literally, with this team, and I do feel happy about it going forward. I mean, I've done future predictions for these players and their fixtures, and I feel like this team, as it revolves around rotating players that have difficulty fixtures and whatnot, I am very confident as long as everything goes well, no injuries or whatnot. I'm very happy with it.
Fair enough. Josh said I had to switch last minute. My gut was saying Mitrovic, but it was 29 mins. I just changed to Haaland captain. Come on. he bailed it.
Oh no.
Michael went Mitrovic though.
You know what? If you doing that now, I'll feel the biggest regret now, because I would know for sure if Mitrovic does get a hat trick and then Haaland doesn't get a single goal in blanks, that would be dark a moment for me. I feel like it would be worse doing a switch at the last second to captain someone. I couldn't do that. There's no way.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to play my wild card. Literally. Let me show you how my team can't even do that. The game's updating. So I would have showed you how I'm looking for Game Week 9 wildcard. We will have another video out for you guys on Monday, probably.
Yeah.
We're going to have a stream on Sunday. Obviously, the knee-jerk reaction Sunday at... I can't even bring the fixtures up, can I? I can. There you go. So we're going to be back on Sunday. No, are we back on Sunday, Jordan? Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think Sunday. Yeah, we're back for the knee jerk after obviously the last game is played.
Because there's no evening game. No, Everton game will finish at around 4:30. Are we going live at 4:30 straight after the games, or do you want to go live? 7 o'clock, which is the normal time we keep it at. Because there's no evening games because of the postponements. It was meant to be Chelsea, I think.
We could potentially have it more earlier due to the fixtures finishing early. I mean, we'll probably
4:30 would that be fine with you though?
That should be 4:30 should be good.
Okay, we'll let you guys know though on Twitter. Do follow us on Twitter if you haven't already. We will tweet out when we go live on Sunday. So if you do want to follow us on Twitter, the FPL Duo, do check us out on there. We will go live on Sunday for a knee-jerk live reacting to all our scores. So that should be a good stream. And also, we're going to be back again on Monday, I think, for a wildcard team. Monday or Tuesday for a wildcard team. Because I am wildcarding in Game Week 9, so I'm going to do a little wildcard draft for other people as well that are wildcarding in Game Week 9. So do join us for that one because it should be a good stream and I'm definitely wildcarding. So yeah, thought I'd just put that out there. And also, obviously, transfer tips video is going to be Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever the wildcard video is. We'll do it on a separate day. So yeah. Also, before we do go, we've got to do score predictions, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So obviously, there's 2 games tonight. I'm probably not gonna watch any of the games tonight. But do keep me updated, guys. Obviously, Jordan, you're gonna update me anyway.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the Fulham game.
Yeah, Villa and Southampton. What do you think for that game?
Probably almost a dead heat game, but I do favour Southampton more. So I'd probably say 2-1 Southampton.
2-1 Southampton, you're going?
Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. I mean, no one's really got any players from those 2 teams. I know a few people have took a punt on a Villa defender, maybe. But I think it will be... I'm expecting a Southampton win as well. But I'm going to say 1-0 Southampton. I think it'll be a tight game, and Southampton probably nick it by the odd goal. So I'm going to go 1-0 Southampton. And then moving on to Nottingham Forest and Fulham, which is also the other fixture for today. A lot of us have Mitrovic in that game and Andreas Pereira even. Andreas Pereira is going to be in a lot of our teams. So Michael Parkus has captain Mitrovic as well. So he's going to be looking at that game keenly, I think, as well, as many of us. What do you think of Nottingham Forest and Fulham's chances of that game? Do you think Mitrovic can bag?
Yeah, I think he can definitely bag. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't. So I'm giving my prediction for that game. 3-0 Fulham and Mitrovic hat-trick on top of that.
Oh, Mitrovic hat-trick, you're going? Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham. I think it'll be a bit tighter, but I think Mitrovic will probably get a goal. So I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham. Mitrovic and hopefully Pereira, 2 goals from both of them. But then would that even matter to my rank? Because everyone's pretty much got them. So we'll see. Then on the Saturday, we've got 3 games as well. We've got Wolves against Man City, early kickoff at 12:30. What are you saying for that game, Jordan?
Oh, it's going to be a tight one, I think. Even though Man City are relentless, Wolves have a very good defence, and I expect them to be pure defensive against Man City, not attacking. So my score prediction for that, I think, could be 1-0 Man City.
Oh, okay. So going for a tight game.
Yeah.
All right, do let us know your score prediction as well, guys. I see a few of you put your predictions in as well. So yeah, we'll be interested to know. Michael says 7-0 for Southampton and 3-2 to Fulham. And Adam said 2-2 for Southampton and Villa and 1-1 for Fulham and Nottingham Forest. He's a Mitrovic red card as well. That will be a peak FPL. But
no, I brought him in, might be.
That will be like last year, remember when you all captained Dennis and he gets a red card last season, if you guys remember that. But
that was bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go 2-0 Man City. I think they'll get the job done. Probably Haaland. Hopefully, he gets a brace or something like that. And 2-0. I'm going Man City. Moving on to Newcastle, Bournemouth. People got Isak, people have got Trippier, people have got Pope. What do you think for that game, Jordan? Do you think Newcastle will get an easy win? clean sheet as well, or not?
Yeah, I think they'll get a clean sheet and a moderately easy game for Newcastle, especially at home. And I think it'll be tough for Bournemouth as they've struggled so far this season. So yeah, I think for that game, a comfortable 2-0 for Newcastle.
Okay. I'm gonna go with probably 2-3. No, I'll go 3-0. No, 3-1. I think Bournemouth might get something and wipe the clean sheet.
Oh.
I'll go 3-1 Newcastle. Why not? But I think they'll get the job done. The big one as well on Saturday, obviously, Kulusevski. I've just bought him in. I've just bought Perisic in. You've bought Perisic in. Kane's your captain. Spurs, Leicester, 5:30 on a Saturday. What do you think?
Oh, for that fixture, I'm seeing 4-5 goals for Spurs. So I'm thinking 5-0 Leicester.
Wait,
oh, sorry, 5-0
Spurs. 5-0 Spurs. I was going to say
not 5-0 Leicester.
5-0 Spurs. That would be mad. I mean, Spurs weren't great on the weekday game against Sporting Lisbon. But I think they'll get the job done as well. But I don't think it'll be 5. I'm going 3-1. I think Leicester will get a goal somehow. I think 3-1.
Okay, and I'll also predict Brendan Rodgers gets a sack after that game happens.
Wow, that is bold, man. We'll see. We'll be back on obviously Sunday for a knee-jerk reaction stream. So we will be reacting to that game. So do tune in on Sunday, guys, where we talk about all the games afterwards and the points. But yeah, I think Spurs will put a couple past Leicester. Sunday, the next batch of fixtures: Brentford, Arsenal. You know, we've got Jesus. I've got Jesus. You've got Martinelli. What we saying? Tony, maybe some people have got.
Yeah, I kind of hope for Brentford for a clean sheet because I got Raya 2 in goal.
Oh yeah,
I don't think will happen. But Brentford at home could be more difficult for Arsenal. Score prediction for that, I probably think 2-2. I think both will get a point out of that.
2-2. That will be interesting. I mean, it could happen. Fair enough. I'll go with. I think Arsenal will win, but I think it'll be 2-1 Arsenal. I think it'll be a tight game. I'm hoping for a Jesus brace, and that will be lovely. But yeah, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. And then the final game on the Sunday, and that is Everton at home to West Ham. Do we own any? I don't have any Everton or West Ham assets. Do you?
No, I don't have any, but some people have taken a punt on Gordon.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 1-0 West Ham.
I'll probably go for 2-1 West Ham.
Okay, fair enough. 2-1 West Ham. That'll be interesting. I think it'll be a low-scoring game though. So
yeah,
don't expect much from there. And then obviously that is the fixtures. There's only 7 fixtures I think for this week.
Yep, 7 fixtures. Not many, but it's spread about.
Yeah. Sherwin says 4-2 to Arsenal. Adam Bond, he says, sorry guys, only just joined. Are you both on a wildcard game week 8? Jordan is. I'm not. I'm wildcarding in game week 9, but Jordan's team is this. That's his wildcard 8 team. So, yeah. Anyone else? Adam says 3-2 for Arsenal and then 2-1 to West Ham. So there you go, guys. Those are the predictions out of the way. So did I miss any comments? Okay, that's just more predictions. James says, hey, mate, what are we thinking of this free hit team? I wouldn't free hit personally this week. I think you should just better off wildcarding, personally. Pope, Cancelo, Perisic, Trippier, Martinelli, Kulusevski, Saka, Bernardo, Haaland, Jesus, Kane. Team looks fine. It's just I wouldn't be free hitting. No way. I think you're going to get better chances potentially down the line where you can free hit. So I'd want to save that. If you did play the free hit, let us know. How many players did you have playing before the free hit? Could you have just wildcarded? And why did you choose to free hit over a wildcard as well? But yeah, that's about. Also, I just want to say, guys, for everyone that has just joined the stream, please do drop a like on the video if you can, and please do subscribe to the channel, and also share the video if you can. If you know your friends that like FPL, or I don't know, there's people that you want to think that would enjoy this video, do share it with them as well. But yeah, do like the stream, and we're gonna wrap it up soon because we've been going live for just over an hour now, and yeah. Let's bring up. Well, I'm take your team off the screen. Okay, James says he uses Wildcard in Gameweek 2.
That's very early.
Yeah, could you have took a hit? Maybe take a -4. Could you have got away with a hit? He has 6 playing.
Ooh.
Could you have how many free if he had 2 free transfers? I'm assuming he didn't. So that's why he had to do a free hit. Sherwin says can't understand how people sold Jesus ahead of Brentford. Well, I didn't.
I think it all depends. The wildcard is obviously people sold Jesus for him because people want Mitrovic in their team because he has a arguably better fixture. But then Jesus probably has a good one too. But I think long term wildcarders prefer Mitrovic.
Yeah, I can see why they went to Mitrovic. Because I probably would have as well, but I guess there's that one slight advantage maybe for us if Jesus does do something good this week, that we do benefit from that.
Yeah.
Quanda says all the best. All sports fans says thanks guys, appreciate your dedication. Let's hope after international break we can push on. I'll be on wildcard for 2 weeks. Yeah. Thank you for your comment, Adam. Really appreciate it as well. You always popping in. And yeah, thank you for watching. And yeah, guys, we are going to wrap it up here. Thanks everyone that has watched the stream. Hold on, let me take this off. Okay, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, we are going to be back, as I mentioned, on Sunday. Sunday at around 4:30 probably. But do check us on Twitter to, just to be sure when we do go live again. Back on Monday, we'll probably stream on Tuesday as well. And Wednesday, we probably won't stream. So, yeah, do check us out on our updates on Twitter. We'll also always tweet out when we go live. So, yeah, thanks for everyone. This has been a great stream. This has been obviously the Game Week 8 deadline stream. And we hope to see you guys on Sunday for the reaction to all of this. And, yeah, please do join us for that. It should be interesting. And, yeah, hopefully you all get a green arrow, guys. And hopefully you have a good game week. I just want to say good luck to everyone. And, yeah. Thank you for all your comments and your chat. It's been a good one. And anything else you'd like to add, Jordan?
I just want to shout out quickly Sherwin, who says, "Good, all the best with my wildcard team." Thank you, Sherwin, and good luck with yours. Depending on what you've decided to do with your team, I hope you get green arrows and everyone else gets green arrows this struggling game week.
Yep, I also got David Hamill said top stuff. Yeah, as always, thank you, David. Really appreciate the support. But yeah, that's it from us, guys. Hope to see you soon, and take it easy and have a great weekend.
Yeah, take it easy, guys. See you soon.